Hey, Gree here, founder and head coach at It Girls Rock. I wanted to jump on quickly to introduce myself, welcome you, and tell you a little bit more about It Girls Rock as a community and also our mentoring program and how that came about. So bear with me for a few minutes while I do that. So my name is Gree. I've worked in tech for over 35 years. I have worked in a variety of roles. I kind of stumbled into tech from wanting to be a doctor and a teacher and a carpenter even, and then I kind of had this epiphany back in the 80s to say technology might be a good choice. So that's how I ended up doing that, starting out as a programmer and then working through realizing quite early that I was more interested in the people and the problems we could solve for them rather than just coding. Although coding is important, but is it as important now as it has always been? It's certainly important that we know how to talk tech, how to speak tech. So I often call myself a tech whisperer, because I have that sort of innate ability to talk in that intersection between product or between technology business and the customer. So that's what we call product management now. So that's kind of where I ended up. But in the meantime, I was a project manager, a change manager, a business analyst, a technical sales consultant. So I worked hands-on with technology, and then I've also led large global teams. I've had my own tech startup. We raised almost $1 million and developed a platform. Unfortunately, didn't get the next level of funding, but those things happen, and then you learn as long as you go. I've also done a lot of consulting to various businesses, helping them turn around the organization from engineering focus into more of the customer and product focus, if you like. So that's kind of where I like to sit, in that sort of digital transformation and software development space. So I have very often been the only woman in the room. So I am on a mission to shake that up for good, shake it up for good, as I like to call it. You don't necessarily need to be in part of that, but basically I was frustrated back in 2018. I think I was frustrated that might have been 2019, 20, but I was frustrated that I wasn't able to hire the diverse talent that I knew that I needed to create high-performing teams. So I set out on a mission. I did many years of volunteering for other organizations. I've done a lot of mentoring for other organizations that are there to uplift and advance women in tech and in business and in the world in general. I also do volunteering for not-for-profits that support people who are in much worse situations than I have ever been. But in 2020, right at the beginning, and what else happened then? COVID. I started up Steam Engine Global, and that was I guess a company or a business or a social enterprise to try to bridge the gaps and create promote and enable digital access for everybody. So that's what I've been doing most of the last few years, although I have been back contracting. Sometimes you do that just to keep your finger on the pulse and also to bring in some more money. In 2022, I started It Girls Rock, very slowly, very small. It is an online community that is intended to create those meaningful connections and support for women wherever they are in their tech career. So you could be IT savvy, IT curious, you work in the tech industry in some capacity. And so we've kind of been tinkering away with it and had a few courses. We do some challenges, but really where we sit in is that intersection between people who've got tech skills, but they don't know how to apply them, or they don't have the confidence, or they get told very often, as we do as women, that our skills are not good enough. So that's why we did that. Now, when it comes to the mentoring program, that was really, I just see that there is a need, that there's a need for something that is not as structured as everything else is. So there's this capability to book different mentors for when you need them, without having to worry about getting in their way. They're actually getting paid or through the program here as well. So very many mentoring programs are actually the mentees pay, or the companies pay, and then the mentors don't get paid. Now we do actually pay our mentors, or they can choose to give it back to somebody else. So that's really what the program is about. And underpinning the program is what I call the Dream Compass, and that is basically a framework that we use for all our coaching and mentoring, which takes you from, I guess the thought behind that was to design a career and life that aligns back with your dreams and aspirations. So DREAM stands for Dream Scope, which is about unleashing your imagination. Roadmap, which is about navigating your potential, actually understanding where you could go in that career. E is Empower Mind, which is about unlocking your specific strengths, because sometimes we forget what our strengths are and we don't realize how important they are and what value they bring. A is Amplify Voice, which is so important, and I find so many women struggle with that. And actually being able to speak your truth without fear of repercussions. And the last one is Master Stride, which is where you put it all together and have a succinct plan with immediate action that you can take to grow in your career. So that's what we're all about here, at least for the mentoring program. And I can't wait to get you guys started on, with your one-on-one mentoring, but actually get you into the community and test ride it for about 3 months. So there you go. Welcome.